Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with Seth Tierney, the head coach of Hofstra Men's Lacrosse. Morning, Coach. How's everything going today over at Margiata?
Morning, Nick. Doing all right. I got a nice day out there today.
It's a beautiful day today for some lacrosse. We're going to get into that in a little bit. This past Saturday, Hofstra hosted its first game in, I want to say, about a month. It was a close game, tough game against the Drexel Dragon, 10-7. Conference games, conference losses are never fun. I'm sure you'd be more than willing to agree on that one. How's the team? How's the vibe of the team? How's the vibe of the coaching staff following that game against Drexel?
Yeah, I think we had, the I guess the term hangover. We had it on Monday. It was a tough energy day. I mean, holiday weekend off of a loss, and letting a game get away. We need to, and no taking anything away from Drexel. They're a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year. They've got some guys that have been at that level for the last 2 years. So, but we felt like we just made some mistakes. I thought we played hard. That I'll give the guys. The last two games and the last couple of games, we played really hard. It's just getting those plays to drop at those times where it's just not another play. It's a bigger play than just a play. And so Tuesday, give them credit. They came back ready to go, worked really hard. Wednesday was a good day yesterday. And then we're looking to these next 2 days to put the rest of the game plan in, make sure that we try to get as healthy as we can and feeling good going into Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think, despite the result against Hofstra, the effort was there. And that's as a coach, that's what you want to see more often than not, because with the way that the season has gone, in other circumstances, the effort may not be there towards the end of the year, but for the effort to still be there despite how the season has gone, that's a very positive showing of the mentality that Hofstra Men's Lacrosse has this year.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, there's a culture here that's pretty strong, and the guys, they're coming back, and they know how close they are to getting this thing to click. They know the challenges that we've had to face this year that maybe a lot of people may not know, and that's fine. And they've come to work. There's no getting around it. And so I'm proud of them for that, because that's that Turnpike Hofstra culture that has been instilled here for many, many decades. And now we find ourselves heading into, I guess we would call this a CAA playoff game. It's not even a conference game anymore. It's a conference game plus playoff implications, right? You're talking about two teams that are 1-2. One of the teams is going to be 1-3, and one of the teams is going to be 2-2, and they are going to be far from each other because of tiebreaker implications, schedule scenarios, all those things. This one becomes, after the results of the last one, this one becomes a monster.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking about Saturday's game, it's Massachusetts. It's the Minutemen. They're, like you said, they're 1-2 in the conference. They're 6-5 overall. They've got some guys across the field that are very talented, especially Matt Note in goal. I think he's right up there with some of the best goalies in the conference, and he's one of the more underrated goalies in the country. What have you seen from UMass in your film study, and how does Hofstra match up with their opponent this Saturday?
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, they're a team that could put points on the board. Note in the goal has done a really good job for them. They've got a good face-off game going, and they play like a Greg Cannella coach team. Their culture is strong too. And it's almost like, you're going against your twin brother at times when you talk about Hofstra UMass, right? It's that pickup or, football game that turns out as two-hand touch, but ends up as tackle 5 seconds into the game. That's usually Hofstra UMass. And, our guys and their guys circle this game on the calendar every year. So we're looking forward to that part of it. That's why, one of the reasons why you come to a place like Hofstra to play. And, we got to settle into a lacrosse game. But, offensively, they've got some guys that can put some points up. They picked up a transfer or two there, and that are helping them. Three that are helping them on that second midfield and certainly at the attack. They got some guys that can shoot it, and Coach Gorman's done a good job with the defensive game plan. Coach McEntee and Coach Gongas on the offensive side of things. And we just got to make sure that we bring it. And we know it's not going to be a beauty contest on Saturday. It could get a little ugly at times because that's what Hofstra UMass is about. It's just keeping our composure, staying focused, keeping our feet on the ground, and let's just treat each play in its own little compartment.
Absolutely. And, we talked the last couple of weeks about the rivalries of the CAA conference, and there's UMass Hofstra. It's another big one, especially with the playoff implications on the line, so late in the year, and with how the conference is scheduled with 5 conference games in each. It's every year it goes into the last couple of games of the season with that conference tournament implications always on the line.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, and Fairfield, Coach Baxter's done a good job at Fairfield, and, we had a good one with them and came up on the other side of the scoreboard there. But it's 6 teams, and any one of the teams can win the CAA, right? I mean, there's not many conferences at this point in the season that could say that. There would be some favorites. There could be, a shoo-in for it, whatever it may be, like Maryland in their conference. Or, can they lose? Certainly, but they're a clear favorite. Here, you have 6 teams that are 1 game apart, and the scores of those 1 game aparts are by 1 or 2 goals max. And so it is one of those scenarios where this conference is, I almost don't like that. I like the coaches. They're nice guys. I'd rather hate the coaches, right? It would just get you going a little bit. But, each coach knows what they're dealing with, what they have, and what the opponents have. And so it makes it even more challenging.
Yeah, it's like from Step Brothers, where they're in the clubhouse. They're shaking hands. I hate you. I still hate you.
No question. No question.
So it'll be this Saturday, Hofstra men's lacrosse hosting UMass at 1 p.m. Coverage for this game will be on Flow Live. You can find out how you follow Saturday's action and more on GoHofstra.com. For head coach Seth Tierney, I am Nick Capitos, and thank you for joining us for the WB Mason Coaches Report.